Hi Facebook, hi LinkedIn, Mike Sperduti here. And today I wanted to talk to you about the 3 keys to building a high performance inside sales team. Right now, you've heard me preach about this, and if you guys are out there doing it, inside sales is the single most powerful growth engine if you are a medical device manufacturer, if you are a healthcare provider, if you're a home medical equipment provider, if you're in the medical healthcare space. You want to be really focused in on inside sales. Why? Because the market is very receptive to these type of phone conversations, especially when they're engineered properly. So just like anything else, it has to be done right. So the first key for you to be successful with inside sales is having the right people. Now everybody talks about that, right? But when you think about it, inside sales requires a very specialized skill set. And there's not that many really great inside salespeople. There's a lot of what I call telemorons, right? These are people that use the phone, they're not prepared, they think, they're just completely unprofessional, they're not skilled or trained. Well, yeah, that's going to be completely ineffective. So what you want to do is you either want to hire people who have demonstrated a proven track record of executing an inside sales function very specific to the one that you need, right? You have to go with people that are proven. Now, most of the time, by the way, these people are working for somebody else, so you're going to have to use a recruiter to get to them. The second thing that you need from these folks is they need to be trained and continuously trained. They need to be motivated, right? It's a high rejection job. And also, you know how hard it is to get somebody on the phone. So you have to have that discipline and that mentality and that personality of being able to dial the phone anywhere between 15 and 20 times per hour, where you may only get to talk to 1 to 3 people per hour. So most of their time is on hold. It's waiting for the person to get on the phone. It's dealing with voicemail, but then all of a sudden that person's on the phone and they have to be on and they have to deliver a very, very persuasive message, right? Because those people don't want to take these phone calls initially, so you have to be skilled enough to get them involved. So the skill of your people is huge, and that's why you need to have the right people, and then they need to be trained properly. All right, this is the biggest reason why inside sales teams fail. Is because they don't have the right managers, they don't have the right people making the phone calls, and therefore they think it doesn't work. Well, if you suffer from that, well then you should really be thinking about outsourcing to a company like mine, where we can actually take a lot of that burden off you, okay? But the first thing you really need is you need the right people in management, and you need the right people in making the actual sales calls. The second piece is you need to know how to engineer a message and have a proven sales process. You see, most inside sales teams, what they do is they let their salespeople do what they want. They call when they want, they prospect when they want, they say what they want, they send the proposals, the emails, everything's up to the rep. And what happens when you use that mentality is that you have some people that are really good at it, like 20%. And that 20% kicks ass, and that 20% is always achieving their numbers, and that 20% is lighting it up. But meanwhile, 80% of your sales force sucks, not hitting their numbers, dragging you down. And so that pivot typically is the reason why you're not growing or you're not growing fast enough. What you have to do is implement a process that everybody works under. And the reason why everybody works under it is it's proven. It's just like McDonald's. I just saw the movie the other day, The Founder. It was fascinating about how the discipline of the McDonald's brothers was to make that hamburger the same way every single time in 30 seconds. And you know this, if you go to Kentucky or Cleveland or China or wherever you are and you order that McDonald's hamburger, guess what? It's the same. Why? Because they know what works and what sells. Your sales process needs to be the same exact way. From open to close, from what they send out, it has to be consistent and consistently great. And then the last piece, the last key to building a high-performance inside sales program is having the right technology. Having a CRM system that facilitates the right calls at the right time with the right audience, that increases your probability of success, so you put the odds in your favor. And then the last component, which is extremely important, is recording every phone call. Literally, tying the phone calls into the CRM so you can hear how the reps are talking to their accounts. And this is great because you can actually figure out, are the reps using your process the way that they should be using the process? Are they saying the right things at the right time? Do they need to be trained? Right? Reinforcement training. So the recording of the calls is huge because it acts as a quality assurance and a quality improvement. So those are the real three areas that you focus in on. And I'll tell you, it's a hard thing. Inside sales is not easy, and that's why a lot of people choose to outsource. And so if you are interested in that outsource solution, would love to talk to you about how we do that, how we use people, process, and technology to hit your objectives. But if you're doing it yourself or you want to go at it yourself, make sure that you're focusing on those three areas. It's really, really important, and I want to see you successful. So have a great 2018, everybody.